Hey guys, Ryan Lipsy and Haley Collier with Mindset Mission Media. What's going on, Haley?
What's up, Ryan?
Doing good. Today we're talking about the benefits of continuing education, continual learning. What can we boost with? Well, you know, we talk about our morning ritual, right? Work your spirit, work your body, work your mind, and then get grateful, right? So today we're talking about continual learning and the benefits that we get from that. What does always learning, podcasting, reading books, what does that do for us?
Well, the first thing I think for, us in a world of sales and an ever-changing environment of things going up and down and this roller coaster, it really helps create that adaptability. So you can really figure out what else is working, what's not working, where you should put more focus into things. So I really like that first part of adaptability because you're always having to adapt to a new market, to something changing, and really being able to adapt well because you have so much knowledge and you're always willing to grow and learn. It gives you that kind of course correct real quick.
Well, it gives you like a reservoir of what others have done in your situation, because there's nothing new under the sun. Somebody somewhere has run into this little piece of adversity that I'm running into. So if I can draw on a greater reference point or reservoir, like I think of David Goggins, right? That guy had the upbringing from hell. He did 2-3 tours through the Navy SEALs program, right? And just so many breakthrough moments for me in reading those books. And what that did for me is a greater depth of my actual ability. And when I thought I hit a threshold, there was like 40%, 50% more the body had in, and it allowed me to dig into that. So I think that's a perfect example of referencing what we learn from books and podcasts gives us adaptability and how we can apply it to our own lives.
Oh, totally. Well, and with that also comes with like having that confidence boost too.
Yeah, I think that's number 2. Confidence, right?
I was trying to segue it in there.
Right, sorry, rambling. So confidence, right? When you're armed with information and you have, more pop culture references or personal growth references or things you've read, or if you're constantly putting good growth educational bits and pieces into your brain, then you can your synapses are firing and referencing on more information. That makes you confident because there's not a lot that will catch you off guard.
Right. Oh, totally. We get hit with questions all day, every day, and we are well equipped and confident enough to answer those questions because of everything all the growth mindset stuff we do, all the positivity we read, all the keeping our finger on the market, on the pulse of things. So we have the confidence when people ask us these questions to really help them with what our answers are, and they feel that confidence.
Oh my gosh. And you need confidence when you get into a growth mindset, right? Because growth by definition is something happening outside of my safety zone, outside of my comfort zone. So every time, what does that mean, comfort zone? People talk about it. It means when I come up to this threshold, I'm fearful. And I get fearful all the time and operate outside my comfort zone anyway because of this growth mindset. It's allowing ourselves, I've read it enough times, I've heard it on enough podcasts to where people grow, but they have to pass through that fear, that anxiety, that fear of the unknown, that uncertainty, that right on the other side of that are great things. So I've heard that enough, you've heard that enough to where I've learned to when I'm approaching that fear and I just get curious. What is it about this? What trigger is this hitting in me? And then try to proceed anyway. And it's not easy, but that's how you grow.
Right. Well, and I think of the lobster analogy, they have to go through so much pain to break into their new shell. They have to completely destroy their shell that they're in, go through dark time holding period, and then they are able to adapt into this new shell that they have. And so I think of that. Pain or growth is not comfortable. We have to get uncomfortable, or we have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And we hear that all the time, and we challenge ourselves daily to step out of our comfort zone.
Yeah, when that shell gets uncomfortable, that means the lobster's growing and it has to go away. And guess what? A new shell. When we go through difficulties in life, we're a different person on the other end of that. There's a better person on the other side of working out, of a continual education, of getting mindful, of doing all the things. I always envision that there's a better version of Ryan on the other side of that, and that just keeps me going. So.
Well, and that leads us right into number 4, right? Resilient.
Well, you better be resilient if you're going to be doing personal growth, because you're going to doubt yourself only all the time.
Well, and it encourages you to have that kind of resilience, to make sure okay, I got this. We've already survived 100% of our worst days. So it's what else can we do? What resilience do we have to this crazy world that we're in out there?
Well, and if you get knocked down 6 times, you rise 7. right? And it's just that simple. Things are going to knock you down, and in the process of growing and getting, by definition, outside that comfort zone, you're going to fail. I have to have a stack of failures this big to have a stack of wins that big, and that's just how it works. And I've accepted that, and we're getting into action anyway. And I think that's where resilience, to me, is also kindness to yourself and understanding it's a process. I don't have to be there in my ultimate self by next Tuesday. Just need to work towards that person.
Well, something I like about what it said about resilience was having like a mental flexibility. So when you have setbacks or when challenges come up, you're able to navigate that in a more positive way and able to see the benefits of the setback. I mean, something we talk about all the time is when we have a challenge or something that happens and we overcome that, it's like, okay, what lesson did we learn? We never lose. It's just learning the lessons. And it gives you that mental flexibility to really understand, like, I'm not losing here. I'm learning. I'm figuring things out.
That's so good. Yeah, and that goes back to the growth mindset, is when a challenge comes or an adverse situation that isn't going your way, okay? It's an opportunity for growth. If you can get still and find the lesson, to your point, you win or learn. There is no losing.
Exactly. Which also leads us into number 5, which gives us the enhanced creativity. So I love this part. I'm not a super creative person. Like, I can barely draw a stick figure and I'm like, that looks great. But it helps us with our creativity in world problems, or how we can help solve some issues that we get handed to us. And that's what I really like about it.
Well, there's no shortage of challenges in the world, and in our micro world or the world at large. But when you're educating yourself and you're committed to continual education, it gives you leverage on those challenges. It gives you a wider perspective. Again, referencing how other people got through tough points similar to what you're at, and allowing them to coach you through the pages or through the podcast or whatever your medium is for taking in this information. I can't tell you how many rough days or how many rough valleys I've been through that books and just a friendship or mentorship has helped me through those. And that's what I think continual education does for you. It gives you leverage on a problem, and it gives you perspective to slow down and see not just the obstacle, but the ways around it, through it, etc. by learning.
I love that. Totally. Yeah. So I think that's what we have today for our continuing learning, and always, it's a little bit every day. Like, Ryan reads 10 minutes every single day. I read my journal and do a little bit of podcasting every single day. It's not like something you have to do crazy for hours a day, but just a little bit every day really helps increase that continuing learning mindset, that growth mindset, and getting you creative on how to overcome problems.
Oh man, 10 pages a day.
Oh,
it's
10 pages, yes. Sorry.
Well, because that's 300 pages a month, roughly, right? That's almost a book. So I think I'm on book 11 this year.
Jeez.
It's crazy. And I never would have put myself in that category. So small things, small steps really add up. Okay.
Definitely. Well,
until next time.
Yeah, that's what we got for you. I'm Haley.
I'm Ryan. We'll see you next time.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.